welcome back. As always, it's great to have you with me. We have been discussing chord progressions. Everything we have been playing up to this point has been based on the C major scale, which means that we have been playing in the key of C major, and the 5 chords that we have acknowledged are C major 7, which is the 1 chord in this key. The D minor 7 is the 2 chord. The E minor 7 is the 3 chord. F major 7 is the 4 chord. And G7 is the 5 chord. Now, when we progress from one chord to another, that is called a chord progression, right? A chord progression, absolutely. Now, a chord progression can consist of one chord moving to another, one chord moving to another, okay? So we have an array of chord progressions available to us. Certain chord progressions have really stood the test of time. Let's take a look at a very popular chord progression, one that has certainly stood the test of time, and we've been listening to it over and over and over again for decades and decades. We are looking specifically here at the 1 to the 4 to the 1 chord progression. That is the 1, 4, 1 chord progression. How many ideas can you come up with just playing this chord progression? Well, here's a little melody that when we take a look at it, it's quite simple, and we've accepted it as being legendary. And it's played over this 1, 4, 1 chord progression. Do you recognize it? I thought you might. John Lennon's Imagine is a beautiful song, and segments of songs like what we just heard are fantastic examples of how simplicity really has so much to offer us. I mean, let's just take a look at this one more time. Now, what we've been doing is playing these 3, 5, 7s, the 5, 7, 9s over these chords. Well, in relation to this, let's take a look at that melody again. Here I am fingering the 5, 7, and 9, and then when I move to the F major 7, it's the 3, 5, 7. So these are very close, these two positions. All right. How simple, yet great. That should serve as inspiration to you, because I know a tendency is for us to sometimes make things a little more complex, trying to convince ourselves that more is better, when that is absolutely not the case. So here we have an example of simply playing chord tones. And here's a neighbor tone, right, to that A in the F major 7 chord. So this is how melodies are put together. So how about considering this? If you were to write your own legendary song that will stand the test of time, and that absolutely may be the case, let's come up with another idea. Now what are you noticing here? I'm moving and I'm jumping, right? We'll notice that the melody we just played was all contained in a small amount of space, and, well, essentially, the main chord tone here would be the 5 of C, and then the next main chord tone would be the 3 of F. Look how close they are, right? And of course, this B that we played is simply a neighbor tone to that A, which is in the F major 7 chord. So 2 notes. So pick another 2 notes that are close by that would accommodate those chords. How about the B, which is in C major 7, and the C, which is in F major 7. Nice and close, right? Alright, let's see what we come up with here. First, we'll play those tones just as they are. Now, how about a neighbored tone to connect them? Like, something like... Let's do something like that. Now when I did that, you'll notice that I went beyond the boundaries of the fingerings that we have been talking about, okay? This is important because we have been focusing on playing this 3, 5, and 7, and this 5, 7, and 9 with these 5 finger positions. And we've been doing that. Number one, it's a practical fingering, and we get all those notes under one hand position. And also, we make those associations between the notes that work well and the chords that we're playing. So we know that this 3, 5, 7 and 5, 7, 9 go well with the chord of the moment, right? Okay, however, does that mean we need to switch every time? If we see going to the F major 7, of course, this is the position that we have been using for this 3, 5, 7, right? So that means we'd switch. However, is it necessary if we know we're only playing those 2 notes? Is it necessary to switch positions? Of course not. The idea is to simplify and get as many of the notes that we're going to play under one hand position. So this certainly works. Just leaving a hand in this position to accommodate the C major 7, the 5, 7, and 9. Now when we move to the F major 7, that works, right? Okay, so back to our idea. We chose the B, and the C. Okay, so we're still in this position of C major 9, really, right? The 5, the 7, and the 9. Okay, but the notes that we want to play that coincide with the F major 7 chord are under our hand. So they're under our fingertips, so let's use them, right? There's a nice melody right there. So what we want to do is when we're playing these chord progressions, as we come up with our own improvisations, we want to link together these musical ideas. And when things are nice and close, they're coherent. They make musical sense. Let's take a look at another example. All right, well, what about this E in C major 7, right? Is it also in F major 7? It is, so we can use that. So we simply used this F as the neighbor, moving to the E for F major 7. 1 chord, 4 chord. Now that's very melodic. I'll bet you could write words to that. So the 1 to the 4 to the 1 is the focus here. I would like you to come up with some creations of your own over this chord progression of 1, 4, 1. And as you get those creative juices flowing, I would love for you to send me your ideas. I'm really interested. I certainly look forward to seeing you at the next session.